22 minutes to, excuse me, I only have 13 minutes to record 22 minutes of video, so it's going to be interesting. So let me just go right ahead. The New All in the Family, episode 26. That's my latest episode, and you got episode 25 previously. I really wanted to do this for so long, so we're going to see what we can do. Fade in, voiceover. Previously on The New All in the Family. Internal, the house, living room, day. The door opens. Josh walks in, somewhat enthusiastically excited. All of a sudden, he sees Mike, Joey, and Giselle, all sitting on the couch with stern, almost intimidating expressions. Josh, trying to remain undaunted. Hey, guess what? I'm going to really buckle down now and bone up to get into a really good school. No more games. And I'm serious this time. He notices the icy silence, which starts to dim with his enthusiasm. Cut to Josh. Come on, Grandpa. Let's get back to that homeschooling. Mike. Sit down, Josh. Josh finally loses his good feeling as he almost deflates into one of the chairs in the room. Cut to Joey. Let me tell you something, sonny boy. Smart Alec. I just had enough of your tricks. You've got no idea how this world works. And you have the nerve to think you can make it all right by studying now? Which I know is just a ruse. Josh. No, it's not. It's Joey. Shut up. Because you reached the end of your rope. And now you're going to learn something. Really learn something for the first time. Cut to Joey. Listen to me clearly, young man. It's called a work ethic. You want to get somewhere? This is how you do it. You get up every morning early before everyone else, and you get your ass out there and work. I could have showed you how to make an honest living instead of those con games you got into. And you didn't even get any of them right. What, so you got one girl into your bed a couple nights and now you think you're hot as shit? That don't mean nothing. You still got caught with everything you did. The only thing you succeeded at was being a big pain to everyone around you. But what'd you get out of it? Nothing. You're just lucky I didn't do to you what other boys' fathers do. And don't count my father as an example. He's a liberal, so he's too soft. Looks at Mike. You know something? You're the reason this kid thought he could get away with anything. I think I somehow got mixed up in the wrong family. Because I didn't have a father when I needed someone. Mike. Are we going to start this again? Joey. You better believe we are. I'm just lucky Grandpa was still alive and knew how to raise me. Mike. Oh, right. He sure raised you right. He taught you to hate people, to bring your children up like some kind of prison camp. Joey. Well, let's compare grandpas then. Which one of us is the one who's got a delinquent grandson? Which one is the one who takes care of his family and the one you can trust to take your car to for repairs and maintenance? Mike. Joey, you can't compare yourself, a healthy, functioning, middle-aged man, to an adolescent. Joey. Oh, I thought we were all supposed to be united together. But you'd rather take his side. Aha. Giselle. Ugh, God, will you guys please? My head is killing me. My ears are ringing. I can't do this anymore. Looks up, pleading. God, what did I do? I was never that bad. Oh, deep exhale. Silence for a moment as everyone looks at her in total surprise. Caption. Moving right along. Mike. You okay, Giselle? Giselle. What does it look like? Duh. Josh laughs. Giselle turns head to Josh. Oh, I see this is just a joke to you. Josh, apologetic. No, Ma, I didn't mean it like that. And this is where the theme song comes in. Okay, next scene. Internal, Samantha's hospital room, day. Dr. Morfield enters the room. Samantha is sitting up in bed on her phone. She looks at him, phone still in hand, as he enters. Dr. Morfield. Hello, Samantha. How are you doing? You look a lot better. She keeps doing whatever she's doing for a little bit, then starts to slowly put the phone down as she talks. Samantha. Yeah, thank you, Dr. Morfield. Your physical health is in great shape according to the medical staff, so I think it will be okay to discharge you very soon. Samantha, smiling brightly. Wow, really? Dr. Morfield. But you have to make sure to follow up. I spoke to your mother. She's very supportive of you coming to my office. Samantha. What about my father? What if he forbids it? Dr. Morfield. We haven't spoken about your dad. Why don't you tell me why you think he's against your coming and getting well? Samantha. Have you ever met my dad? Dr. Morfield. As a matter of fact, I did. He was quite a character. I also know he has very strong feelings against mental health treatment. But I sense from your mother's being adamant when we all first met that she's not going to back down, and he'll have to learn to accept your being in treatment. But I'm a little curious, Samantha. Last time you mentioned that your mother would not let you go, and that turned out not to be a problem at all. This time you're bringing up your father in the same vein. It seems, Samantha. But he really does oppose it, Dr. Morfield. I know, Samantha. But we're not here to discuss them. The issue is you. I know you've done things without your parents' consent. So while I'm not asking you to get into a confrontation with them about to do this, I'd like to talk about why you keep bringing up a reason not to go. I sense there's hesitation on your part. Am I right? Samantha. No, I really do want to go. I guess I'm kind of really confused from the whole thing and from everything that's happened. Dr. Morfield. That's okay. That's why you're here. So we'll schedule an outpatient visit for you on your way out. I'll also give you my number so you can get in touch if anything happens before then. I want to make sure you'll be okay, all right? So please call me if you start feeling insecure, or worse, frightened. Samantha, mouth curls, with a slight smile. Sure. Thank you. I really appreciate this. Kamala enters the room, prompting Samantha to get giddy. Samantha. Honey! Kamala, almost simultaneously. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know what made me do that. I forgot you were still in session. Dr. Morfield. It's okay. We're done. Samantha sits up, reaching out to Kamala to all but hug her. Samantha. Come on. Bring it in, honey. We got some great news. I'm getting discharged. Kamala smiles brightly and reaches in to receive her hug. Kamala. Oh, that's so great, hon. But Samantha, in addition, gives her the most passionate hug and cheek kiss, startling her as Dr. Morfield looks on. Samantha. See? I behaved myself since the doctor's in the room. Dr. Morfield, smiling in response. I'm glad you're well again. Kamala. Me too. You have no idea how scared she got me. Thank you, Doctor. Dr. Morfield. But I just want to reiterate that there's still a lot of work ahead of us to go over what led to your breakdown that caused you to take pills like that so indiscriminately. Kamala. She's never done that before. It's not like her. Dr. Morfield. Well, this was a very traumatic experience. Kamala nods in agreement. Dr. Morfield. She's very lucky to have a really together and mature person like you in her life. And I see she really appreciates you too. Samantha. I'm glad to have someone who's not fighting me all the time like my parents do. Dr. Morfield. We'll talk about that next time. Even though we're treating you for PTSD, everything occurs in a history of things that came before. So in order to treat the PTSD, we'll need to talk about your life way before that, which of course includes your interactions with your parents. Internal, the house, living room, day. Same scene as we left them. Joey, Mike, and Giselle seated on the couch, and Josh on a separate chair. Mike to Joey. And another thing, you're not exactly the poster boy for integrity. I've seen you cut corners and thumb your nose at cops many a time when it suited you. But I guess, what can you expect from anyone who worships the criminal in chief, Mr. Donald Trump? Joey. Hey! You're right about the chief part, but don't be comparing this delinquent to the man who put America back to work, even though it might be hard 2 years and 195 bogus witch hunts later to remember all that. Mike, what are you talking about? The economy that President Obama recovered from a deep recession, verging on a depression, and now President Biden has created more jobs than anyone in the last 50 years? Joey, Oh, you're so brainwashed by that fake news, your mind doesn't even know how to think straight. I mean, look at how much it costs just to Mike talking over him. My point is, the very things you're getting down on Josh for are the exact things your hero, Donald Trump, is guilty of. Only he does it on a much larger scale that's dangerous. He's been playing that con game his whole life. Joey, hey, don't start with Donald Trump again, especially not with your fuck-up of a president who's not even a legitimate president to begin with because he stole an election and then messed up this country. Mike, half to self. I'm not going to play that tape again about the ballot watchers who couldn't. Joey, in fact, you're just like him. Peas in a pod. A bad one, too. He is as a president like you as a father. Mike, fuming. All right, I've just had about enough out of you. Joey. Hits home, huh? Because you know it's the truth. And from now on, no one in this house talks about the great Donald Trump, restorer of our country, that way here in this house. Giselle makes a really poorly done sound with her fingers in her mouth that's enough to pull their attention away. Giselle. Wow, I can't believe it. You guys never stop. We were supposed to be taking care of Josh, remember? I'm leaving. I gave you guys a chance. More than a chance. But you're all a bunch of boys. 3 generations. I'm going to stay at my friend's house where I'll get some real peace and quiet. Josh, smiling excitedly. Oh, you mean the guy you had sex with? Giselle. You know, if I wanted to, I could still belt you a good one. But now you're at the mercy of your father. I'm out of here. Joey. What? You cheated on me? Giselle. I'm staying with my girlfriend, Jenny. Don't listen to that idiot. That's what's wrong with you men. You all think alike, on a one-track mind. Josh. Wait, you had lesbian sex? Wow. All right, Ma. Joey, cracking up. You slept with another woman? That's hysterical. Giselle. Oh, now it's funny to you. Jesus, you people. I just said I'm going to stay with a girlfriend to get some rest. Stop with the sex already. And as for you, sonny boy, I wish I was a lesbian, so I wouldn't have to deal with a big screw-up like you. She sticks her tongue out at Josh and storms off, leaving the front door open. Mike. You know, it would help if you two stopped calling him names. Joey. Well, good. When he stops screwing up, we'll stop calling him what he really is. Josh. Wow, that's so cool that Ma's a lesbian. Joey, shut up. Your mother's not a lesbian. Josh. Oh, you're jealous, Dad. That means you really love her. Joey. How about I come over there and do to you what Mom was going to do? Something I've been meaning to do all year. And this time your Ma's not here to protect you, smarty pants. Mike. Come on, Joey. Cool it. All of a sudden the doorbell rings. The door's open, you moron. Well, that's it for now, folks. So I guess this will be the New on the Family episode 26, part 1. And hopefully tomorrow we'll be able to do part 2. Bye.